Guys, you know it's SOHCAHTOA. Opposite over hypotenuse, adjacent over hypotenuse, opposite over adjacent. We're dropping that. You're going to start seeing it like this. What is the sine value of theta? What is the cosine value of theta? Or beta or alpha? What is the tangent value of theta? So you can certainly flip remember they're fractions, they're ratios. You can flip fractions upside down. We do it all the time when we divide fractions. So if I flip this upside down, it's got its own special name. So the reciprocal or the inverse, when you have been hitting the yellow button and it's signed to the negative first, that is going to take that away. That is called cosecant. And let me spell this out for you. Cosecant. So CSC represents the reciprocal for sine. When we flip cosine upside down, that's called just plain secant. And we just take the first three letters. So if you like college football, that's going to be easy to remember because this part of the country is in the SEC. And then the next one is going to be the reciprocal of tangent of theta, and that's called cotangent. And we just take the first three letters on that one too. COT, theta. So you don't change the signs, you just flip them upside down. And then look, here's an easy way to remember. Whatever letter the main one starts with, if that starts with an S, then its reciprocal starts with C. If the main one starts with C, then the reciprocal starts with S. So opposite. Sine, cosecant. Cosine, secant, and then tangent and cotangent, those are pretty easy to remember because they kind of sound the same. All right, next one is going to be your quotients. And we use these quite often because we're going to start solving stuff, and this helps us solve. So your quotients, I feel like I've mentioned this before. Remember, tangent is a quotient. Tangent is the value of sine divided by the value of cosine. And then cotangent is also a quotient. It's just a reciprocal, so the properties maintain. This is cosine over sine. All right, and then I have some room down here. That's going to be enough room for us to just kind of get familiar with this. So here we go. We're going to draw a triangle. I am going to just draw a triangle in standard form where the right angle is on the left side. Just like this. And we are going to say that this is a 8, 15, 17, and I believe that's a triple. All right, we're going to find the trig ratios, all 6 of them. No, you're not, because you don't know what angle it is. So if you don't have an angle, you can't find it. Let's go ahead and use the top angle. I'm going to use the angle at the top, and I'm going to use a new symbol. I'm going to use what's called alpha. And alpha looks like an A and a C smashed together. Okay, let's do this. I need sine of alpha. I need cosine of alpha. And I need tangent of alpha. So in order for me to get that, it's just opposite over hypotenuse. So this is going to be 8 over 17. Cosine is 15 over 17. Tangent, I can just look at this. This is going to be 8 over 15. Sine divided by cosine. 8 over 15. Let's flip these. So if sine starts with S, y'all, what's the name of its reciprocal?
Starts with C. Cosecant. That's right. So let's just write 17 over 8. So if this is cosine, then what does its reciprocal start with? What letter? S. Remember college football, SEC. So this is going to be 17 over 15. And then cotangent is 15 over 8. Now listen, if any of those fractions simplify, we would have had to simplify them. Do you have any questions on that? Any questions on finding these trig functions? Okay, well, let's get out of baby land. Let me show you something. Example 2. We're going to have theta at the top. All right, you need to write all 6 trig functions. And I'm only going to give you one piece of info. And it's going to be this. What's cosine? What legs make up cosine? Adjacent hypotenuse. Oh, there's 2 legs. How am I going to find the 3rd leg? Go back to your trusty. What are you going to do? Since June. What are you going to do? Put that in there. And y'all, you're so advanced, you don't even need a calculator to do this. Is C given, or are you trying to find C? The hypotenuse. It's given. So do you add or subtract? Subtract. Here we go. Square that in your head. That's 25. Square that in your head. That's 4. What's 25 minus 4? 21. Y'all, are there any perfects in 21? No, it's just 7 times 3. So this is root 21. Now this example was easy for us to do. I mean, if you need to use a calculator, you sure can. Let's knock this out. Sine is going to be the square root of 21 over 5. Tangent, I'm just making sure I'm still on the screen. Tangent is going to be, you know what tangent is? It's root 21 over 2. Ooh, what happens when we start flipping these upside down? Yeah. You're going to have to rationalize. We're not going to have to rationalize secant. Secant's 5 over 2. But y'all look, cosecant. You're going to flip that upside down. Square root 21 is going to be in the bottom. I highly suggest you just roll with being able to rationalize the denominator. So this is going to be 5 square root 21 over 21. I just rationalized in my head. Cotangent is going to be 2 root 21 over 21. Any questions on that? Do any of these fractions simplify? No, but you always have to check for that.